You may need a little extra help lacing up the loops. There's lots of pictures in the pattern to show you how to do it, but this may help you. The important bit is to remember that the loops need to go under and over. I'll explain here. This is one I did earlier. You can see that this first one here is over the top, but when it comes to this one here, it's underneath. And then it's over the top there. So this one here is under, over, and under. Right, so we start on the outside one and we go up as far as the center. You can see that I am twisting the loops as I go. Basically, I find this looks better, but this is a entirely personal thing. Do the same one on this side. However, when you are doing one that falls to the edge, you can go all the way up. Until you reach your next set of 2 together. Then you take this one here, so you work your way back on this side, and this one goes like this. Now you can see it's over down here, it's going to go under that one, so you can carry on with this one and take this one over the top until we go up to here. And I did that one a little bit wrong, so we're just going to switch it over. So you end up with 2 like that at the top, and you can see over, under. This one goes over, so we need to do this one first because this one is over. As it's on the edge, we can go all the way up to the top. And there you have your nice neat trellis. The next job is to join this into the top. So I'm just going to pause there and carry on in a minute. So I've unpinned the block, taken the stitch marker out and replaced it with the hook, and now I'm ready to join the top. So first of all, we need to pick up 6 TSS. Next, we need to put one of these pink loops on the hook. Now, as this one was over here, it needs to be under this one, so this is the one that goes on first. So just pop that onto your hook. Then work, make sure that you don't miss any out. So you have 1, 2 TSS, and then take this one, twist it and put it on like that. Then your next 10 TSS, there you go. And again, your pink one from this side, because it's over down here, so it needs to be under on here. Slip that one onto the hook, work another 2, slip your next one onto the hook and work your next 6. Now obviously when you're doing the main pattern you will be working repeats of 10 and 2 as you go along the top until you get to your last set of 2. So that's 6 and your end stitch. Okay. Right, when you get this far you need to take them back off. Now your closing is almost normal, but instead we need to 1 chain and then take 5 off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th one go through the loop and your chain loop. Then take 1 off and again through your loop and through your chain loop. Then we need to take 9 off. And to close your 10th loop, yarn over, take those 2 off and your pink one. Close 1 more and then again yarn over, take those 2 off and the pink one, and then you can just take the rest of them off to the end. And that is the top row ready for the next row. I'm going to pause this here because we just need 1 more TSS row. Basically just pick up your normal ones and pick up your 2 between those stitches and 10 between those stitches as it says in the pattern. So this is your final row done. Normally we would finish off with a binding off row, but because of the way we're going to do the border, it's not required on here. Your next job is to tie all these knots off nice and firmly. I don't know about you, but I really hate sewing in ends. So we're going to do an envelope border to save you sewing all these ends in. All you need to do is, it's maybe easier if you take your hook out and put your stitch marker in. So you need to make sure your ends are tied off nice and firmly so as they don't come apart inside. I tend to do a reef knot, not too tight because you don't want to be pulling the edge out of shape. Then I do another knot like this. Just above the reef knot, and because I believe in making sure things are quite safe, I'm doing another knot just above it. Now this may be a little over the top, but there's absolutely no way that all 3 of those knots are going to come undone eventually. I'm going to do all the rest of these now, and then we'll be ready to carry on with the envelope border.